Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. This is CC Sapare. For those of you seeing me for the first time, please, if you're here to subscribe to my channel, please don't forget to do that. Today's class I will take you guys how to cut 6 pieces dress. So if you look at these lines now, these are the usual the normal line we normally rule: half length, under bust, bust point, and the upper bust. So after getting those 4 lines, go to your bust point, then you measure your bust distance, which is nipple to nipple. Don't get confused about these 4 lines. So remove ½ inch from what you have on your bust line, then you mark it on your under bust line, then the half length line, you connect them. You know, all these lines doesn't have a standard measurement. You are going to measure it under bust, half length, bust point, then upper bust. It's not really clear, but this is the measurement I'm using: shoulder 15, bust 43, under bust 39, then the hip is 45.5, the dress length is 60 inches, and the waist is 40. So after this, now you are going to take your shoulder measurement divided by 2. You can add ½ inch for the sewing allowance. Then on that point, you measure 4 inches downward. We can say it's constant. You can make it 3.5 inches or 4. So whichever one you want to make use of. So now this is where you're going to determine how curvy you want the bust here to be. You can make it 2.5, you can make it 3 inches, depending on how busty the person is. So meanwhile, what you measure on your waistline and under bust line is what you are going to measure on your upper bust line, which is 2 inches. So you connect it this way, then you give it a nice curve. So if you measure, let's assume you measure 2.5 inches under your under bust line, you are going to measure the same thing on your upper bust line. Many people don't really use that upper bust line, but it helps when you use it. It's make a great effect. I believe most of us are familiar with this already, but just to still brush through it. So now you are going to cut it very nice, give it a very nice curve. Give it a very nice curve like this. If you look at it at this upper part, I curve it a little bit somehow. So instead of just going up straight up. So now place it, make sure those lines merges, then take your bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches sewing allowance. Your under bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. Then you do the same thing on the waistline. That's your waist measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches sewing allowance. So you connect. Then from the shoulder part, you measure 7 inches downward. That is for the armhole. Like I always say in my videos, it's just to pave way. The 7 inches is not constant. At the end of everything, after when you join, you are still going to trim, take out the neck and all that. So now cutting the back, just place it like this. Leave 2 inches, 1.5 inches at the upper part, then 2 inches behind like this for the zip allowance. Meanwhile, this upper part, you don't have to leave that 1.5 inches. Either you make it equal or you make the back longer than the front. You're still going to achieve the same thing. So just cut this way. The purpose why I extended the cutting from this part is the side back has to be higher than the front part. So if you follow the way I'm cutting it, you will not have problem. Just place it like that, just cut it the way I'm cutting it. Making the back higher than the front is just a professional way of cutting. If you make it equal, that doesn't mean you are not going to achieve the same thing. So 1/2 inch on this part, so it's just trim because of the slope at the back. So by the time you join now, you are going to have a little folding, like the little bumps like this, because the back is not flat. So, and around where you measure that 1/2 inch, it can be around 12 or 13 inches also, either 12 or 13 inches around that side. So just take off that 1/2 inch there to achieve that little bumps there. So that is that about the upper part. All you need to do now is just place it on the main fabric, then you cut out. So now you want to cut the down part. The 1/2 length we used was 16 inches, so you are going to place the tape like that, 16 inches. Then from shoulder to hip is 25 inches. From shoulder to hip is 25 inches. That is to get the hip line. So if you measure it now, it's still going to fall on that 9 inches we normally measure for hip. So measure the same 9 inches downward. I hope you guys are seeing clearly because I'm using a white chalk. So that means from the full length measurement, from that 60 inches for the full length measurement, you have to take off 16 inches of the 1/2 length from it. So don't miscalculate when you're cutting. This part I'm cutting as the zip allowance. On the waistline, measure 2 inches. On the hip line, 2.5 inches. Then knee line, 2 inches again. I think I have to change the chalk. Okay, I think this is a bit better. So from here now, just open it up to the down part. Please don't mind my table. I'm using a very small table. That's why it's not showing the full fabric. If you look at the folded part, I removed 3 inches for this down part. I'm using 3 inches, so I fold it into 4. Leaving like 7 inches behind because I want the skirt to have, I want the down part to have a little tail. So this is the front part now. The center part of the upper part, sorry, the center part of the dress. So just place it on that to mark out what you have there. Then anything you have there, you remove 1/2 inch. So I have 4 inches there. So this knee line side now, marking 3.5 inches. Then you connect it. So this down part now, I'm using 12 inches. Then from that knee part now, you are going to connect it. You are going to connect it like this. So if you look at it now, you see that it's having about 6 to 7 inches tail at the back. I think if you watch my 6 pieces skirt, you won't have problem with this, because it's just the same way of cutting 6 pieces skirt. So now I've already cut it out, both the center back and the center front. If you look at this place now, I added just 1/2 inch. I didn't cut it straight. So the line I ruled, I didn't follow that line exactly. I added that 1/2 inch because of the butt allowance on the back bodies. So I've already trimmed out the one on the center front. I've already trimmed out that one. So now to cut the remaining one, you are going to carry the center front, turn it the other way around, place it on the remaining fabric, then you trim out the same shape. Just follow that shape. Please don't mind my fabric is too bright. I'm sorry. If you look at the cutting, you see that I didn't just follow that up. I didn't follow that front straight. I added just 1/2 inch on that part. There's this part. I added 1/2 inch. since I'm cutting the 4 together, both the side front and the side back, that is why I did it like that. So now I'm going to pick 2 from it and just cut it straight. That is going to be for the center front, for the side front, I mean, sorry. Then the remaining 2 that is a little bit coffee will be for the side back. So carry the center front now and face the side front that I want to cut now. So take your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance, your knee measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. Then waist measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. So meanwhile, if you want to get the round knee measurement, just minus 6 inches from your hip measurement. You understand? Then you mark it on your knee. I think that is the standard round knee measurement. So after doing those ones, just connect to the last edge of the fabric. Then you are done. So I've already taken out that 2. So this 2 now, I'm cutting it straight. So this 2 now is for the side front. Then this 2 now is for the side back. Thank you very much everybody for watching. Please don't forget to share and subscribe. See you in my next video.